Welcome guys, welcome. This is a heavily requested video. This is Ross at VsMode, and today I'm going to teach you guys the basics of Dragon Ball Super card game, or as me and Troy like to call it, right. So anyone that's played card games before, you have your deck. It needs to be between 50 and 60 cards. You also have a leader card outside of that number. Now, in this game, guys, this is why we love this game so much. Your leader card, when they're running low, when you're running low on life, you can flip the double-sided leader card to awaken and become way stronger. Here I'm going to teach you guys the basics of playing. So, every start of the game, both players will draw 6 cards from their deck. 4, 5, 6. You have the option the very first turn to mulligan. So you'll notice me and Troy will put back an amount of cards back in our deck that we don't want and reshuffle the same amount. You can do that with any amount of cards, whether it be 1, 2 or all 6. Now, anyone that's played card games before, and if you haven't, you'll know your very first turn you can't draw a card. So if I'm going first, I won't draw. When it's Troy's turn, he'll draw, do his turn, then it's my turn, then I draw. But that very first turn, guys, you can't draw and you can't attack. I'm not going to mulligan any of these because this is just a sample. So, guys, in this game, you get 3 phases to your turn. You get the all-important charge phase. Now, in a charge phase, guys, you will switch all your cards back to active mode. So, this is rest mode, sideways, and this is active mode. Okay? Now, every turn during your charge phase, first things first, you'll switch all cards back to active. On your very first turn, you won't need to do that. Your second port of call on your charge phase is draw a card. But again, it's the first turn, so we don't draw a card. Then we get to choose a card from our hand and place it in our energy. Now, a very common question from a lot of you has been, Ross, why do you put the cards upside down in your energy? It's because anything that goes in your energy just becomes one of that colour. So when I put this in, its effect here, its cost, its attack, it all becomes irrelevant. None of it matters when it's upside down in our energy, because that's how we pay for cards. The cost of a card is in this top corner. So 1, 1, 8, 5 and 3. So obviously things like these we're not going to be playing for a while. We're going to be playing this. So next, after the charge phase, so remember guys, charge, we're switching all cards back, we're drawing a card, and we're placing 1 energy down per turn. Then we go into our main phase, guys. Now, in our main phase, we can do pretty much whatever we can pay for or what we want. We can attack, we can pay for cards, okay? So, where this is a sample battle, we're going to say we've got 3 energy, right? We've got a Goku out from last turn, and our opponent has a Vegeta out. Hopefully you guys can see the enemy leader and the Vegeta. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. Now, when you want to attack with a card, you have to tap it sideways. It's called rest, put the card to rest mode, but me and Troy will say tap. We'll say tap the leader, or we'll say leader to leader. A leader card, so any card you're attacking with has to turn sideways to declare an attack. So this, declare an attack. Now, a leader card can be attacked if it's in active or rest, aka tapped. I'm going to call it tapped for this video, guys. So, if I'm going to attack Troy with Goku, our leader to leader, his leader can be attacked like this in active or like this in rest. But his battle cards can only be attacked when they're tapped or rested. Okay? So if it's my turn and I really wanted that battle card gone, for now, I can't do that. So we're going to go ahead and attack his leader. Now, the only hard part of this game, in my opinion, are the battles. So guys, pay attention for me. Now, the turn player, so in this case it would be me, goes through an offensive step first. So in your offensive step, you can combo. So you'll notice our combo area. We can combo cards from our hand, which is over here. I'm just going to draw a couple more cards, guys. We can combo from our hand. When you put the card in the combo area, you put it sideways. After the battle, anything in the combo area goes to the drop area. Anyone that knows Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the graveyard. So, in this battle, we're going to combo 1 as an example, right? Now, that's the offensive step. We can combo, and we can do another thing. We can use activate battle skills. So, I believe Goku actually has one, guys. So if you look at the Goku, he has an activate battle once per turn. So activate battles you can do during your offensive step or your defensive step. So me as a turn player, I'd use my activate battle in the offensive step. Now, if Troy had an activate battle and he's Vegeta, hit after the offensive step, so my combos and my activate battles, it goes to Troy. So it would be his defensive step. So now he can combo and he can activate battle skills. Yeah? So that's how that works. Vice versa, it's roles reversed if it's the other way around, obviously. But in case you guys don't get it, it's now Troy's turn and Troy's going to go leader to leader. So he attacks my Goku. So where it's Troy's a turn player, it's Troy's offensive step. It's Troy's offensive step. So he decides to combo and he's not going to combo. So now it's my defensive step. So I could combo or use my activate battle. That's how that works, guys. After the offensive step and the defensive step, we go into the damage step where we compare the attacks. Now, in Dragon Ball Super card game, if the attack is the same, it's the attacking player that would win the battle. So let's say it's Troy's turn. Troy attacks my leader with his leader. Okay, it's Troy's offensive step. No combos from Troy. It's my defensive step. No combos from me. Now, where the attacks are the same, 10 versus 10, Troy would win the battle. If I comboed 1 to go up to 15, I would survive the battle. In this case, if it was a battle card versus a battle card, in a lot of games like Yu-Gi-Oh!, let's say Troy attacks with this 10k Vegeta on my Gokus because it's in rest mode. No combos from Troy in his offensive step. I combo 1 in my defensive step to put Goku on 15 attack. In most games, the Vegeta would die, but what we love about this game is Vegeta doesn't die. It just ends the battle, so Goku survives. So, that is the damage step, guys. Now, one other important thing to the offensive, defensive, and damage step, aka the battles. If I attack Troy, I'm the turn player. In my offensive step, before I combo, Troy has 2 options. He can counter or block. So you can pay the required energy for a card like this. As you guys can see, it has counter attack. If your leader is mono red, choose up to 1 attacking battle card or leader card, ignoring barrier, and it gets minus 15 power for the battle. Some cards have permanence and other things, but I won't go too deeply into that, to be honest with you. If a card is a blocker, so over here, we've got a sample. Whoops. Right, we've got this Krillin, who is a blocker. So how blockers work, if you've watched the videos, let's say I attack leader to leader. My offensive step, before I combo, Troy gets the option to counter or block. So he says no counters, but he's going to block with a Krillin. So to block, you have to tap it, and it redirects the attack. Anyone that's watched our videos will know a majority of this anyway. But if you guys rewind that and watch the offensive step, defensive step, and damage step a few more times, you will totally understand that quite quickly. So just to summarize, remember, battle cards can only be attacked if they're in rest mode or tapped. If they're not, it's a way of protecting. But a lot of card skills can kill them unless they have a keyword skill called barrier. But we'll get into keywords soon. So other things during our main phase we can also do are sorry guys, I didn't explain the 3 different types of cards for now. There are more, but we'll get into the basic 3. Leader cards, we know what they do. They're our primary thing in the deck. We have battle cards with the attack power. We have extra cards with no attack power. One of the most important things I forgot, like a donut, is at the start of the game, where we draw our 6 cards and we go for our charge and our main, we both have 8 life. We'll usually put them 4 and 4, like that. Every time, this would go in the life area, but I'm just putting it here for now. Every time a leader card gets hit with damage and they don't defend themselves, or they get out comboed or whatever, the opponent has to take 1 life to their hand. Obviously, that's the cool thing about this game. You're taking the life to your hand as the attacked player, so it's giving you more of a chance. But when you hit 0 life, you lose. Most leader cards say, when your life is at 4 or less, in this case, when your life is at 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this card over. So let's say, we're on 4 or less life and it's our turn. We can draw 2 cards, 1, 2. We can flip our leader over and he goes from a 10 base to a 15 base, which is really good. Some leaders let you awaken at 5 or less instead of 4 or less. So most will say when you're flipping it over, you can draw 2, or when you're flipping it over, you can switch 2 energy back. So obviously, if we've paid 2 of our energy like this, guys, we're tapped out of those energy until our next turn. But if we flip a leader that says switch 2 energy back, it lets us do more. And then other leaders will say draw 1 and untap 1. So draw a card from your deck and switch a card back. Just to clarify, if you're very new to card games and you don't know, this is our deck. This is our hand where we're playing things from. This is our drop area, our life area, our battle area where battle cards go, our combo area, and our energy area where things go upside down. Just remember, guys, actually, I don't know if I said this. So when it comes to comboing, as the turn player does it during the offensive step, the non-turn player does it during the defensive step. As the turn player, I can combo things from my hand. You've seen me and Troy in those heated, amazing battles. So like that, 5, 10, 15, 20 from our hand. We can also combo from our battle area, which is amazing in this game. But we can only do that if the card is in active mode. If it's like that and can be attacked, we can't combo it. So let's say Troy's attacking with his Vegeta. He is going to combo 2 and he's on 20k. It's now our defensive step. We could go, let's say, sorry, we're unawakened. We're going to combo 1 from our hand for 15. We're going to combo 2 from our hand for 20. And we're going to combo this from our field for 25. Remember, if I just did 20 and he's comboed to 20, as the attacking player, he's going to win that. So, we're going to take a life. But if we combo that, we don't take our life because we saved ourselves. And after the battle, all my cards from my combo area and all Troy's cards from his combo area go to our drop areas. So yeah, guys, we have, just to reiterate, we have our charge phase where we switch all our rest mode cards back to active mode. Don't know why Vidal's there. We have our charge phase where we switch all our cards back to active mode. Then we draw a card from our deck. Then we can charge an energy upside down. That is our charge phase. Then we have our main phase, guys, where we can play cards from our hand. We can attack. Obviously, let's say it's my turn. I've charged a card. My charge phase is over. It's my main phase. My Goku swings on his Vegeta. No counters, no blocks. No combos from me as the attacker. No combos from him as a defender. He takes that life. Can we now attack with this Goku again during the same turn? The answer is no, because to declare the attack, we have to switch the active card to rest mode to declare the attack. So Goku, when I end turn, he does his turn, it comes back to me. We switch everything back to active. We can also do things like pay 4 energy for a 4 cost. Powerful cards. There are some cards in the game like this 8 cost. Let's have a little look at this. SCR, very lovely card, guys. You might be thinking, Ross, how the hell are you going to get 8 energy down? You know, you're going to be dead before then. Well, let me read you this card, guys. If your opponent has 2 or more energy and your leader is red, blue, or shares a character name with this card, it gains X and X skills. Auto, pay 2 energy. So we pay 2 of our energy. At the end of a battle where this card was using a combo from your hand, which is obviously during our offensive or defensive, depending on or not if we're the turn player. We can play this card from our drop area. So we'd use it in a combo, it would go to our drop area, then we'd pay 2 and we get to play it from our drop area. So there are ways to cheat cards out. There are also, most of the cards you'll see that are battle cards have 0+5 on the side. Right guys, see it? 0+5. Then we have super combos, which you can have 4 of in a deck, which are 0+10. You'll often hear me and Troy go, oh no, not a super combo if we lose it. And then there are certain cards where you have to pay an energy to combo it, right? There are autos and activate mains and stuff, but you'll get that more by watching, to be honest, guys. Some leaders are a little more complex than others. Like this Goku and this Vegeta are very, very simple to use. Some cards like the upcoming Boo battle are going to be a lot more difficult to use. We'll quickly do an explanation on Unisons. So Unisons have an X in the top corner. What I also forgot to mention, and this is on any card, so let's have a look at this Vegeta, for example. This Vegeta has a 3 cost, but he has 1 red dot. This Master Roshi Unison has an X and 2 dots. The dots on cards, so if it was 1 red dot and 1 blue dot, but it cost 3, it would the dots mean you have to pay that color energy. So let's say, ignore what he does. Let's say we have to pay 3 energy for him. 1, 2, 3. We tap him, right? So hang on, let me show you all. We go 1, 2, 3 to play this Vegeta. Now, if we were running a red-blue deck and we had 3 blue energy, we couldn't do it because the red dot means one of those energy has to be red. In the case of the Master Roshi Unison, 2 of the energy have to be red. You might be thinking, but how much does this cost? An X means as much as you want. So in a Unison's case, we pay, let's say we pay 3. He comes out with a dice on him. Hang on. I only do this because you'll see me and Troy play Unison, so he'd have 3 on him. Instead of, Unisons are like leaders. They can be attacked in active or rested, unlike battle cards, which can only be attacked in rested. Unisons, when they're attacked, and they don't have a defensive step, because otherwise they'd be OP. So the opponent, the attacking player can use their offensive step. A Unison can use its offensive step, but it can't protect itself in a defensive step. It would lose a marker from itself. So if it gets hit, down to 2. If it gets hit, down to 1. If it gets hit from there, it dies. Tomorrow, in the Majin Buu duel, we'll be playing another new type of card, but we'll explain that one as we go. For now, I'm pretty sure I've explained everything. If I haven't and I forget something, I'm going to put it in the description. So do feel free. So lastly though, I do want to say cards have different skills. Obviously cards do different things. So you know how we have our charge phase, our main phase and our end phase? FYI, our end phase, all we do is end and it goes to the opponent's turn. This Bulma has an activate main, right? To use it, she has to be on the field. It says, switch this card to rest mode, draw 1 card, then choose one of your battle cards and it gains +5 for the turn. So if we had a battle card on the field, it would get +5 for the turn. You also have red abilities, which are key skills. Key skills can be things like dual attack, the card can attack twice. Double strike, if the leader would take a hit, instead of dealing 1 damage like it usually would, it would lose 2 damage. Block is a key skill where obviously you can tap the card to redirect the attack and save a card. You have a field card, which you can put there and it will stay there and do its ability. Yeah, there's a lot of, I won't go over all the skills, but there are a lot of skills. And there's obviously things like this Vegeta, which have counterplay. You'd think, do we have to pay the 3? No, because he has a permanent. If you have 3 or more energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your deck and hand by 2, so he becomes a 1. Then he says, if the battle card being played has 15,000 power or less, It's placed in its owner's drop area instead of being played. Then we play this card. Now, if you've watched this video over, you guys should basically understand. We've got our free energy. Just to go over this. Our opponent pays 2, and they're going to play this Goku with 10,000. They play it. We pay 1 energy, because that's all this Vegeta costs, and we're now going to counterplay that during our opponent's turn. And again, he's reduced down to 1. Counterplay after battle card being placed 15,000 or less. It goes to its owner's drop area. So, that's it, guys. Honestly, Dragon Ball Super card game is pretty darn easy. The only tough thing is the battle step, is remembering that there's an offensive step, a defensive step, and a damage step. Offensive step happens during the player's turn. Defensive step is the non-player's turn, and then the damage step is the final calculation of the combos and the attack power. There's a lot of amazing cards in this game. There are a lot of amazing leaders in this game, and I hope this helped. Like I say, me and Troy are going to continue to bring you guys awesome battles. I watched this through, and hopefully I didn't miss any of the rules or make it too complicated for you guys. If you have any questions, ask down in the comments below on the VsMode account. Me and Troy will do our best to respond to all of them. Remember, guys, like, subscribe, comment. It really helps the channel. And, you know, even if you've commented a matchup, Ricky, Ben, Jerry, Sarah, you know, anyone, Fran, if you've commented a matchup before, that doesn't matter. Throw more character matchups that you want to see, because me and Troy are loving VsMode. We've absolutely loved the support you guys have provided. Like I say, the only reason I'm doing this tutorial video, which I probably sucked out, I really do apologise if it wasn't clear. Like I said, if it wasn't clear, comment and ask away if anything confuses you. The only reason I did this video is because so many people were asking for it. I really, really do hope it helped you guys. Absolutely so much love to you guys, and I really hope you're enjoying our battles. You guys take care, and until the next one, peace!